come with me to Italy. We're flying 16 hours from LA over the Swiss Alps, that's the Matterhorn, into Milan, where the world's newest bikes are waiting for us. Catching a taxi to the hotel, dropping everything off, and picking up our first bike. Okay, allora. We got the Zero XE. This is basically an Ultra B made by Zero. In Italy, this bike is street legal. I lost my normal gloves, so I have to wear the paintball gloves. Here we go. First time riding this bike. First time in Milan. I slept for only 2 hours on Friday night editing the pit bike paintball video. 2 hours the next night. And then I flew here, probably slept 2 hours. And my only goal right now is to stay awake until 10 p.m. Italy time because of the jet lag. If I can do that, I'll be set. And if the goal is to stay awake in Italy, there's only one way to do it, and it's not Starbucks. Ciao. I don't know what he said. I'm riding with them. There's two types of police. There's the polizia, which are these guys, and then there's the carabinieri, and they dress a little fancier. Look at that little car. It fits so perfectly. Let's go. So this is just straight caffeine, no milk or sugar. I need this to stay awake. Oh, it tastes like shit. That's one thing we did well in America, is adding sugar to stuff. It's like a lemon cake, so good. I accidentally put the camera in time lapse, but it kind of suits how I felt after the espresso. I talked to this police officer and proceeded to drop the bike not once but twice on my way to the top of this beautiful park to catch a sunset view of Milan. Up of this beautiful park to catch a sunset view of Milan as my first day comes to an end. These guys were cool. They taught me some new Italian words like and f. The night quickly passes into the next day, starting with a ride to EICMA. The main reason I came to Milan is for the EICMA show, which stands for l'Esposizione Internazionale Ciclo, Motociclo e Accessori. It is the largest esposizione in the world, so anything with two wheels, if it's new, it's going to be shown here in Milan once a year. To get from my hotel to EICMA, it's a 30-minute ride. I'm disregarding most traffic laws, which I shouldn't do, but that guy's also doing this, and that's a local. So, come on. I'm just assimilating. This is how they do it here. Beautiful, modern city. I lived in Rome for 3 years, which I'm sure I mentioned. That was when I was in 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. Look at that building. Rome's similar, some vibes are certainly similar, but it does not have these big modern buildings. Milan is not the capital of Italy, that's Rome of course, but it is sort of the capital of finance and fashion, so sort of like the New York of Italy. Super cool to be able to explore it on a bike. It's very much a biking city, one of the reasons the expo is held here. Siamo arrivati a EICMA. Perché?
It's not possible.
Non sono dentro, sono fuori.
Control, okay? This the border, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Please.
I'll Ushiro. Alright, I'm back without my helmet and shocked by how big this expo really is. Everything here is either custom or brand new for 2026. This was one of the coolest bikes I saw. It's electric, it's one of the fastest in the world, and it's made by an Indian company, so I might have to go to India soon for this one. The cleanest supermoto builds I've ever seen. This is a Ducati, and speaking of Ducati, these are all unreleased for 2026. The Desmo 450 is one I've had my eyes on for my first gas bike. This company, Italjet, is blowing my mind modifying these Vespas. Most people in Europe ride these scooter type bikes, but this brand took it to a whole other level. I'm really impressed with these. This reminds me of a bike Jim would rock hard. It's industry day. Everything is set up but not open to the public. We're so lucky to have access today to see everything first without the crowds. Mini Moto GP bikes like the one I built, except this one's carbon fiber. So is this BMW and this BMW and this helmet, which I like. Honda showed up strong with a few electric motorcycles that don't look too bad, and a new V3 engine which people are super stoked on. They have cafes around the whole venue. It's so Italian, and they have vegan options for everything. This booth is the factory that makes the Talaria frames, which they did not want to talk about for some reason. And nearby was the Talaria booth with a Supermoto Komodo, which is fun to say. They have a big multiplayer sim setup on real bikes, which was fun to watch, until it wasn't. I saw a saw bike, stilt bike, egregious Stark clone, these four-wheel scooters which have been around for years but I've never seen one in the wild, Tesla Cyber Quad-ass scooters, Barbie Bat Cart, and Zero Motorcycles had a big reveal for their new scooter, but I was a lot more excited about this bike they revealed, which is so sick. Tonight I'm invited to what they're calling a silent ride out organized by Reloadland. All full-size electric motorcycles. It's cool to see how they roll here. I was the only person with my wheel up, but I'm pulling off early because tomorrow is our biggest day of the trip. What a beautiful day to wake up in Milan. It's my only full free day to do whatever I want, so I'm gonna do everything and a little bit more. It is bright and early in the morning, but it is 1 a.m. back home, so I'm jet lagged as hell. Buongiorno, vorrei un espresso per favore? Grazie. You already know we're doing sugar this time. Bro, look how chill this is. This was only $1. I don't think you can get anything for $1 at home. I think you're supposed to sip it, but I'm just gonna do it like a shot. Oh, it's way better with sugar. Woo! Come on! I'm buzzing off that espresso. Ok, allora, adesso andiamo al posto più famoso del Milano, il Duomo di Milano. Andiamoci! Wow, that is stunning. That is so much more beautiful than I was expecting. Wow. Holy shit.
No, it's not possible, it's a moto.
Ho guardato qualche macchine.
No, c'è solo polizia.
Solo polizia. Io camminando adesso. This building was built in 1386. Think about how much of a flex that would have been. It took 600 years to build, and I can see why seeing it in person. There's over 3,000 statues and hundreds of spires. This is one of the most beautiful buildings I've seen in my life. So impressive. No, è scialla, scialla. Scialla, non sti cazzi.
No, la polizia, guarda questa qua, problem tu.
Non mi fa un cazzo. Ma grazie,
No,
grazie.
io ti dico, facciamo tu multa.
I feel like if I put my hand out, they'll just jump on. Yeah, come on. They're getting close. They're checking it out. So this is the most famous thing to see in Milan, and then the second most famous thing to see in Milan is right there. Directly across from the Duomo, it's this massive glass-covered luxury shopping old building vibe area. Built 500 years after the Duomo, this is the original luxury shopping mall of the world. Puoi aiutami fare un TikTok? Sì. Ah, grazie.
Instagram?
TikTok. Grazie.
Ciabrowski,
Hey, hey.
amigo.
Ciao, buongiorno. Oh, ho camminato per una foto. Io cammino fuori. Adesso. Ok, mi dispiace. Elettrica. Elettrica? Ma io cammino. There's a statue over here. Oh, you know what? Why did I have a feeling it was Leonardo da Vinci? That's how much aura he has. Look at this guy. Of course, there's so much more to do and see in Milan than just those two things, but those are the two postcard attractions. So I'm thinking, why is the map taking me here? And I guess I have to go up these stairs. Oh, shit. Oh. Bro, tell me why it cut out on me halfway up the stairs. You got it, Zero. No, it shut off again, dude. What the f***? Oh, shit, my phone. No. There it is. And my license plate fell down. Losing your phone in a foreign country is the worst. I almost lost everything I needed. But let me get back to what I was saying. We've seen the 2 postcard locations in Milan. Let's jump on a much larger bike and ride into another European country. There it is. Look how sick that is. Just gonna leave this here and upgrade to the Zero DSRX. Look how big it is. I have a whole trunk on this thing. It's like a car. I've got a spare pair of pants in case it gets cold in Switzerland. GoPro charger, AirPods, portable charger. The Zero DSRX is their adventure touring bike. Of course, it's fully electric. I've never ridden something this big. I'm afraid I'm gonna tip it. This thing is huge. Bruh, it feels like a boat. Grazie mille. Loot secured and some agua. I need to fuel up for a big ass ride. We are out. I literally put Switzerland into the map. We're riding to Switzerland. This will be the longest bike trip I've ever done, and the first time I've ever ridden internationally between countries, as well as the first time I've ever ridden a bike like this. So this is a lot of firsts for me, but it's not gonna be my first time in Switzerland. I also lived in Switzerland for 2 years when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade. So I was a little younger, but I remember it fully. Just, I don't speak any French. Besides putain, merde, putain de merde. I don't think I'm gonna have enough range in this, but I'm here for the plot. Pick a lane, dude. No! Bro, no one's staying in their fucking lane! Dude, so nice. There's cruise control on this bike. Here we go. We're cruising! Ew! That's so chill! Because we got a whole hour of riding. As long as I keep it in the lane, I can like... Man, I might even start eating back here. So that, I can't tell if that's like credit card. All right, and then this is just for trucks. I gotta get out of here. Here we go, self-service, solo money. Dude, they don't take cards? Shit. Oh. Grazie mille! All right, I'm looking at the range. There's no way I'm getting back. I'll get there. I don't think I'm gonna get back. I'm still thinking about that Duomo. It was beautiful. And to think that they built that in the 1300s and it's still that badass and people from all around the world want to see it. It's inspiring. It makes you want to build something. It used to bug me when I was a kid when adults would ask me what I want to do when I'm older. Because I don't want to do anything. Who wants to have a job? But I knew whatever I did, I wanted to make something that you can see and say, okay, it's done. So that's why I love what I do. I love making videos and just finishing something and having it as a finished product. It's so satisfying. Let's do a little power wheelie now that it's opened up. Put it into sport. Oh shit, I almost lost my phone. No more wheelies, no more wheelies. Oh, we're going through a tunnel. Damn! I have a feeling we're approaching some kind of border crossing and that's making me nervous. But I did bring my passport. I was so close to forgetting my passport. I wonder if there's a border if you just ride right through. This is Europe, so supposedly all one big happy family. Here we go, it's the Swiss border. Ciao. Grazie. Ooh, we out. We out. We're in Switzerland, what the fuck? It smells different. I can smell my purchasing power decreasing. I got a €1 espresso in Milan. I'm curious how much an espresso costs here in Switzerland. I'm guessing it's gonna be more than €1. Switzerland's an interesting country. It's small and it's surrounded by other European countries. And if you're anywhere along the border of Switzerland, you'll see there's a fusion between Switzerland and whatever country it's bordering. So this will be very Italian-Swiss vibes compared to maybe along the German border, it'd be super German vibes. Even the language is a mix between French and German. So I could probably still get away with speaking Italian out here. But if I call someone a putain de merde, they're gonna understand me. Also, fun fact about Switzerland, it is the only country with a square flag. Move! Move! Yeah, that's what I thought. There should be a lake coming up on our left. I have a feeling it's gonna be beautiful. Yep, I was right, it's beautiful. I might turn on the heated grips. I'll turn them on right now. Heated grips, dude, that's so cool. My hands are getting cold. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, they're toasty. What the that's so nice. Castles and shit. Beautiful lake on that side. And on that side, no way. Oh, this is such a vibe with the heated grips. Excuse me? Benzina? Non lo so. Mi dispiace. I've never been to a town that looks like this. This is really cool to ride through. It's right up here on the lake. Come on. And it's also up on the hills. So he's got these windy roads with these beautiful old style buildings. Oh, this is my turn. I just missed it. Damn. Oh, this is not very Swiss of me. Switzerland takes their rules very seriously. In fact, you can get arrested if you flush the toilet after sunset in Switzerland. That's how seriously they take their noise and their courtesy. And when we moved to Switzerland when I was in 2nd grade, I remember crying when I heard that because I genuinely thought I was going to get arrested. But like, what does everyone here do for a living? It cannot be cheap to live here. Dude, this is like a super f***ing modern city all of a sudden. They got jobs and shit. But it's probably like super Swiss jobs, like watch designer, fucking embezzler. Beautiful classic Swiss architecture. Stunning natural lake. Easily one of the coolest, most beautiful places I've ever ridden to. Douche. Okay. The DSRX is charging up, so I'm gonna go find a spot to enjoy my lunch. Walking down these steps, I end up in this charming street lined with shops. Swiss Army knives and Swiss watches, cuckoo clocks too, which they're known for. Lots of expensive jewelry. This bracelet is 64,000 euros. I like how they put the emerald ore next to the emeralds. It reminds you these gems come out of the ground. And according to our espresso index, Switzerland is 3 times the cost of Italy. There's a small church I'm checking out. It's very nice. And just around the corner is the beautiful Lake Lugano, which is fed by glaciers in the Alps. The water is crystal clear. There's nice cars everywhere. You can see across the lake at the buildings on the water. They have the famous disappearing Swiss ducks and normal ducks. I'm enjoying this feast of vegan pastries. My favorite is this chocolate fudge with raspberry. After just an hour of hanging out and exploring, the bike is almost fully recharged and it's only cost 5 euros. It's so photogenic, and there's just a casual RS6 Avant right there. We don't even have this. The only way to turn this bike is by counter steering. This is not like a Sur Ronster where you can cheat. You have to do it the right way with counter steering. So here I'm turning left, so I actually have to push my left hand out. Push my right hand out. Man, I'm so lucky to be out here. This is unreal. And I'm making sales. Thanks to whoever just bought an RTR Lite. That's sick. Ronster Rides is chugging. And one of the most exciting releases of the year is coming out either next week or the week after. Only on Ronster Rides. Well, no, it won't only be on Ronster Rides, but it's the best place to get it. Holy shit, I'm just realizing I left the key in the other Zero. Oh, fuck. Hey. I don't think you're supposed to lane split in Switzerland, and they're all about their rules, but I'm about to be out of here. Let's see it, let's see it. Yeah, they do lane split out here. Hey, hey, hey. All the cars here are so small. I feel bigger than most of these cars. Ooh, is that a 964? Yeah, so sick. Just like mine. We're now leaving Switzerland and going through the Italian border. That was it. I didn't even need to bring my passport. I want to do an India trip after seeing that bike yesterday. I also want to go to Afghanistan. That dude's hauling! I can just lean against the box in the back. That's crazy! What a weird feeling. Another RTR sold! Let's go, Ronster Rides! Another one! Ronster Rides, baby! Good thing this thing's solid as hell. If I was on a Sur Ronster, I would actually pull over right now. It is stupid windy. In this video, we flew over the Alps into the northern Italian city of Milan, where we made some new friends, saw the world's newest cicli, motocicli, e accessori, before ripping the Zero DSRX across the Swiss border into the beautiful lakeside town of Lugano, Switzerland. E come sempre, grazie mille per aver guardato alla fine e restate sintonizzati.